Hi folks, there are 6 cards that create the 1/1 insect token. From Zendikar Rising, we have the Scute Swarm, which has when you match 5 or more green gems, reinforce this creature 2 times, and then landfall green, create X insect tokens where X is the number of this creature's reinforcements. Notice neither of those have a cap, so we can do that as many times as we like. Also, newer-ish cards, you'll notice that the tokens are on a link that you click like that or you touch. Older cards, they used to just write the token details on the card like this. Locust God, when you draw a card, you summon 1/1 insect token with flying and haste. So we're never quite sure if they're the same token until you produce them. And that's what I'm going to do in this video. So I'm going to use one old card and one new card. In fact, there is only one older card that makes the insect token that has the text written on it like this. And you notice also when you draw a card, you summon an insect, no limit. So both of these cards deserve to go into a loop deck, don't they? So let's make that happen. You may have noticed I'm chucking the videos out fairly quickly at the moment. So this is going out and I already posted one yesterday. There is a good reason for that. I know a lot of people that make YouTube content work to a schedule. You know, they'll do one video a week and it's always 6 o'clock on a Friday or whatever. 2 things about that. One is I am not a YouTube content creator. I don't consider myself a content creator. I'm not looking to grow a channel or make this a thing or anything like that. I'm just doing this as a bit of a project, a bit of a hobby project. And I'm delighted that there are some people who are subscribing and enjoying these, but honestly, I'm not looking for it to be a thing. Although I have started doing thumbnails. So thank you, Nalthazar, for a little nudge in that direction. It's something I've been thinking about for a while. And he made a comment that that would be quite a helpful thing. So anyway, what else was I going to say? Yeah, the other reason is I've still got 150 of these to make, and it would take me 3 years if I did one a week. I don't want to spend 3 more years doing this. Thank you very much. So I'm trying to pump them out fairly quickly. So if I do 2, 3, 4 a week, then that's how that happens. And then sometimes a week will go by when I've just been too busy. So there's no schedule to this. They will come out as they come out. Right, we have Scute Swarm and we have our Locust God on the board. We now need to make things happen. So we've drawn a card. Locust God triggers, we've drawn a card. Locust God triggers, we've drawn a card. Locust God triggers. So Prisma Ray and Locust God are great friends because Prisma Ray draws us lots of cards. And there you go. You can see that it is the Locust God triggering there, making all these insect tokens come into play. So now we're going to start making a lot of green mess. And that should start really triggering the Scute Swarm. And we can see if we can get a nice big pile of insects in play here. That activate gem belongs to the Locust God. So we discarded and we drew. So we made another insect token. And now look, watch what happens when we match 5 green to the Scute Swarm. There you go, it got reinforced twice. And then it put, because anytime you're matching 5, that's also a landfall. So it then puts a load of insect tokens into play. And now it puts 4 in because it reinforced 2 more times. And that is cumulative. So that's going to keep growing that number. So watch the reinforcements on the Scute Swarm. And one of our quality of life improvements, here we go, is a little number above the tokens so we can see how many are coming into play. On our side only, by the way, you don't get the number when Greg creates a token pile. There's a little minor complaint. Sometimes it's nice to know what Greg's up to. Or how long you have to wait. Right, 8 this time. So the Scute Swarm is definitely being the MVP here. Locust God got us going, but Scute Swarm is piling in the insects in great numbers, 10 times that time. So what I'll do is I will stop when we get to the loop timer. We'll see how big a pile of insects we've got at that point. Oh, well, there we go. 12 goes on this time. Yeah, we'll see how big a pile of insects we've got at that point. And you can see they've got haste. So, you know, if I kept the loop going, which I very easily could do, we would definitely be killing Greg. this turn. There we go. There's the loop timer coming up. One more blast. Oh, we have to stop the loop, so I don't think we get the effect from that. No, we don't. That's a shame. That would have been another 14. So 5 swaps. Let's lock them down and let's have a look at our insect token. So the insect, it's mythical. It should be common, shouldn't it? Easy to produce. It has flying, haste, which is the wonderful thing about it. They're 1/1, blue and red, and have the creature type insect. And that's it. No other special abilities, except that you can make a big old pile of them. But you can also play with Scute Mob, which has leader insect, and it's 3/3. So this could be a 150/150 pile instead of a 53/53 pile. But strangely, there is another leader insect, the hatchery spider, and that's 3/5. So it could be a 150/250 creature that Greg's looking at, except neither of those have haste, and that's the only slight downside of going with the leader. Right, let's have a look at the artwork. I think that's really fabulous, and there's the locust god himself standing in the background. This is by Laios Lasahido, who lives and works in Indonesia. Has done over 100 cards in Magic the Gathering. Some you'll know really, really well. Unholy Hunger from Origins. God Eternal Ronas, the god that doubles your creature's power when it comes into play, and the locust god itself. And also Fezzik from The Princess Bride, which is a crossover set I don't think I've ever seen. Who knows, we might be getting that. That would be lovely. I doubt it, though. Insect token.